Hey everyone, Ryan Kratch here. This is my favorite time of the year because I know 2019 has just started, but looking back from the year of 2018 for movies, there's been some good movies and some bad movies, but in this segment, I would like to rate my top 5 movies of the year. So let's get started. So lying at number 5 on my list, Mamma Mia, here we go again. So if you guys remember a couple years ago when the first Mamma Mia came out, you got to realize it started off as a Broadway play, and that's been on Broadway play for quite a while. And when I first saw the Mamma Mia, I thought it was good. Some things I don't know, but I got used to it after watching it a number of times. I fell in love with the movie, and I was excited with this sequel coming out. Yeah, most likely in my case, I usually don't like sequels, but this one landed well. So if you guys don't know the story from the second one, it's almost as similar from the original, because in the original, Sophie is trying to learn who is her dad, and she fights 3 possible dads to Greece, of course. That would be a nice trip, I gotta say. And she tries to figure out who is their dad. But in this second one, it's almost on the same note of the same story, but what happens is Meryl Streep's character, Donna, we were in the past to find out who she was like. And Lily James played the young Donna, which I thought she was absolutely amazing in this movie. I never heard her sing before, and oh my gosh, you gotta love her. she just nails every character in every movie she's played in so far. And I thought the whole cast was good, of course, from the original. The whole entire cast came back in this one. Pierce Brosnan, of course. I'm glad he didn't have. He had a very small little. What's the word I'm looking for? Because that's part of the reason why I didn't like the first one that much. Because I like Pierce Brosnan a lot as an actor, but I feel he can't sing. So he's singing a little bit in this one, enough to at least not give me earache or anything. So I'm glad he did better. Everybody in the cast was better. So I'm going to be rambling on this whole time. So how about to move on to number 4? So lying at number 4, Aquaman. This recently came out last December, and I thought this was a great way to end the year with a DC comic. And this is to tell you what, this is one of my favorite ones with the DC comics, which is Aquaman. And I got to say Wonder Woman was up there with one of my favorites as well. If you guys want to leave a comment, usually I won't do this in the middle of my segment, but if you had to choose for a DC comic, what would be your favorite DC comic movie? So I got to say my favorite has been tied with Aquaman and Wonder Woman. And I thought the person who played Aquaman, Jason Momoa, if I'm pronouncing his name right, was perfect for the role. He been in Games of Thrones. I don't watch the series, but I've seen parts of it, and he is marvelous. The Amber Heard is in this movie. The list just continues on and on. Oh wait, Nicole Kidman. It's interesting to see her. She is making a comeback, I gotta say. She's making a lot of movies, and she kicks butt in this movie just as well as Jason. So it's good to see. There's a nice cast in here. The action is just non-stop the whole entire way. I know it's pretty close to a 2.5 hour movie, maybe 2.5 to 2 hour and 40 minutes. This movie does not drag. So I would strongly recommend the movie Aquaman. And let's see what lies at number 3 now, okay? We are in the middle of the list as it is already. We're at number 3. So my number 3 movie of 2018 would be The Black Panther. And after this, talking about Aquaman, this story is even similar, kind of similar in the case Aquaman's part of Atlantis. The Black Panther is part of the Africa New Kingdom that's hidden within their country. So there's some similarity right there. And Chadwick Boseman was the perfect Black Panther to play in this movie. I know, if you think about the story, it is similar to Aquaman because they're trying to look for a new ruler in Africa for this kingdom. You got Aquaman trying to retain his spot in Atlantis, this as well. So these are 2 good movies. If you notice, Aquaman's DC, but Black Panther is Marvel. So there's a competition right there. So number 3 was The Black Panther. Now, we got to be very quiet now because we're almost to number one as it is. Now, with me doing this, I'm giving out a clue. Do you have any idea what my number two movie is? Don't say a word or else they will get you. I don't know if it's an alien or creature or what. If you guys are catching on, it's called The Quiet Place. This movie is just so brilliant enough as it is, even though enough to keep you quiet, especially in the theaters, because if you hear a soda can pop or something fall to the ground, everybody's going to be sensitive to hear that sound and say shh, shh, or something like that. You know as it is. And if you watch the movie at home, it's just the same way. They need to keep in the whole thing's mostly talking, but the action is intense as it is already. Emily and John, they're a married couple, and I thought they were perfect for the role. And John directed this movie, directing his wife and these couple of kids that they have in the movie just as well. And I think he did an excellent job. And it could be interesting what happens in the future because in, I believe, 2020, it's already next year as it is already. There's supposed to be a sequel following this movie, so it'd be interesting how they follow up with this movie. Hopefully they can keep as much as into A Quiet Place as they can. But shh, be very quiet. That way we can get to our number one movie. I am down to my number one movie. And do you guys have any idea what it might be? Let me try to give you a hint. We will rock you. We will rock you. I would try my stomping, but if you guys got the point right there, yes. It's the story of Queen, which is Bohemian Rhapsody. It's my favorite movie of 2018. And I gotta say, this is an outstanding movie. If you guys have not seen it, this is the story of Freddie Mercury, the lead singer of Queen, and how the Queen got started. It's really well developed, I gotta say. Now, I gotta say, Rami Malek plays the perfect Freddie Mercury. If you guys are not familiar with him, he's been in Mr. Robot, the TV series, which is outstanding. And get out there and see it because it actually may not be in theaters anymore. If it gets recognized at the Academy, it will come. It would actually come probably back out, which I really hope it does get out there for a Best Picture and a Best Actor award for Academy Awards because this movie is good. It's a feel-good movie. Get out there and see it, okay? It's a good one. So that's been my list of the 2018. I've got to say there's been some good and bad ones, and I probably will do worst movies of 2018. But overall, I think this has been a pretty good year. So give me some input with you just as well. Tell me what's your favorite movie of the year. If I had any movies on this list just as well as what you liked, let me know, okay? So I'm going to sign off. I'm going to say my name is Ryan Kretsch, and I'll see you at the movies next time. Thank you for watching.